Frank Morris, who was caught by the police in a bank robbery case, was being taken to the world's most secure prison, Alcatraz, to be locked up for life imprisonment. Alcatraz was a prison built on a small island in the middle of the sea. This meant that even if a prisoner managed to break out of the jail, he still could not escape because water blocked his way from all sides. That is why this prison was given the title of the most secure prison in the world. Only the top criminals of the world were kept here. But very soon, the respect of this prison was about to turn into dust, because now a clever thief named Frank Morris had entered this jail, a man who had already escaped from prison many times before. This time, Morris was a little scared because this prison was extremely secure. But Morris did not want to spend his whole life here at all. He wanted to escape from this prison at any cost. As soon as Morris entered the jail, he started thinking about escaping. He was fully checked from head to toe and then locked inside a cell. A guard came and said to Morris, "Welcome to Alcatraz." And from here, the real story begins. Suddenly, a bell rang and all the cell gates opened automatically. Officers called the prisoners outside. The discipline of this prison was very strict. Prisoners had to follow rules of cleanliness and return to their cells on time. Everyone came in a line, wearing the same uniform, to eat breakfast. In front of Morris was a prisoner named Litmus. Morris said, "I did not get a fork, so how will I eat noodles?" Litmus replied, "This is not your home. Eat whatever you get." Just then, a dangerous prisoner named Wolf started teasing Morris. Every prisoner in the jail was troubled by Wolf. He forced his will on everyone and had many cases of violence against him. Litmus asked Morris for some food, and Morris gave him his plate. When Morris looked under the table, he realized that Litmus was not eating himself, but was feeding a rat. At night, a guard took Morris to the warden. The warden said, "I know you are very sharp-minded, but many like you have come here, and no one has escaped. Prisoners here follow strict rules. You will get a meeting once every 2 months, and that too only if my mood is good. Do not even think about escaping from here, or you will be cut into pieces." Morris said, "No, sir. With you here, who can even think of escaping?" But in reality, from that very day, escape planning had started in Morris's mind. Seeing an opportunity, he stole the warden's nail cutter. It was a small thing, but Morris knew that in a prison like Alcatraz, this small thing could be very useful. He came back to his cell and hid it inside the Bible. The next day, in the bathroom, Wolf again troubled Morris. This time, Morris did not stay silent. He showed his real side and beat Wolf badly. After this, Morris gained a different status in the whole jail. Everyone started being careful around him. Later, Morris was given work in the library. There he met English, who was a senior prisoner of this jail. English was serving a life sentence for 2 murder cases and knew every corner of the prison. He also knew that a fight had happened between Morris and Wolf. He gave Morris books that had to be delivered to different cells. In the open yard, prisoners were playing games. There, Morris met a man named Doc, an artist who was making paintings. Doc was a simple man who had been serving his punishment here for many years. He said that anyone could go mad in Alcatraz, but because of painting, his mind was working fine. When Morris asked about a flower, Doc said, "This is my happiness, which exists only in painting, not in my heart." Morris went to English and directly said, "Help me escape from here." English laughed and said, "This is not a jail. It is our grave. To get out of here, one must die first. Walls, guards, and the sea. Everything is impossible." But Morris did not step back from his decision. That same night, an officer came and informed that Morris would be given carpentry work. Morris immediately agreed because he felt that he might get tools there. The next day, he asked Litmus about escape routes. Litmus said that every cell had an air vent that went up to the roof. Doc warned Morris that Wolf was coming. Wolf attacked with a knife. Morris defended himself with his coat. When a guard came in between, Wolf attacked him as well. Firing started from the watchtower. Finally, both were sent to D Block, where prisoners were tortured in darkness. While leaving, Wolf threatened Morris. After 2 weeks, Morris was brought back to his cell. Litmus sent a note through the rat. "Welcome back, Morris." A new prisoner named Charlie came to the cell next to Morris, and they quickly became friends. Meanwhile, the warden saw the paintings made in Doc's cell. At first, he smiled, but the next day, he ordered all the paintings to be thrown out. This completely broke Doc from inside. During carpentry work, Doc put something into Morris's pocket and then cut off 3 of his own fingers with an axe. He said, "I do not need the fingers with which I cannot paint." When Morris checked his coat, he found the same flower inside it. Picking up the cut fingers, Doc said, "Give these to the warden. He will be happy." One day, Morris saw a cockroach going into the air vent. At that moment, he became sure that there was definitely a way to get out from there. English told him that Doc had cut his fingers because permission for painting had been rejected. Morris became very angry. In the dining hall, Morris met John and Clarence, who turned out to be his old partners. Now the escape plan became stronger. During a meeting, Charlie found out that his mother was close to dying. He also became ready to escape. The next day, Morris, Charlie, John, and Clarence met together. Morris explained the plan of the air vent, the weak walls, and the nail cutter. Clarence suggested the idea of a dummy head. John talked about making a boat from raincoats. Charlie agreed to stand guard. That same night, the digging of the wall began. The nail cutter was small, and Morris's hand got injured, but slowly, he started making a tunnel. The next day, at the food table, he told his friends that he needed a bigger tool for digging. Digging the wall with a nail cutter was very difficult. Just then, while looking at the spoon in his hand, an idea came into Morris's mind. He intentionally rubbed the spoon on his shoe and made it dirty. After that, Morris called the guard and said, "This spoon is dirty. Give me another spoon." Other people also requested the guard to change their spoons. The guard did not find anything suspicious and immediately allowed the spoons to be changed. After that, he moved straight toward the table where another security guard was sitting on a seat. But as soon as he started changing the spoons kept on the table, John distracted the guard by talking to him. Taking advantage of this, Morris picked up 2 spoons instead of 1 and hid one in his pocket. After that, he went straight to his cell. At night, when English came to give him a book, Morris asked if there was any welding equipment available there. English understood that Morris was still obsessed with escaping from prison. He said, "I already told you that your effort will be useless because you will get caught and may even lose your life. In all these years, I never thought of escaping because I know it is impossible. But if you are stubborn, what can I do? Try if you want." But Morris was not affected by his warning at all. The next day, Morris asked Litmus for matches and said, "If you help me, I will give my share of food to your rat every day." Litmus happily accepted the deal because he loved his rat. That same night, Litmus passed his matches to Morris. Morris removed one handle of the nail cutter with which he was going to make a small shovel. Then he broke the spoon and attached it to the nail cutter handle. After that, he used the matches to properly weld them together and made a sharp tool. Then he started digging all around the vent. Charlie stood guard. If any guard came that way, he would immediately whistle to signal Morris. But while guarding, Charlie fell asleep, and at that moment, a guard came there. Luckily, at the right time, English came in between and distracted the guard. While listening to English talking, Charlie also woke up, but in tension, he could not whistle. Instead, he dropped something. Morris understood the signal, covered the vent, and lay down on the bed. The guard asked, "There is a burning smell here." Morris said, "Sir, with you here, how could anyone dare to smoke? I cannot smell anything at all." The guard felt satisfied, thinking that at least someone respected him. As soon as the guard left, Morris removed the concrete around the vent, but he noticed that screws were also fixed with the ventilation grill, and to cut them, a sharp tool would be needed. Whenever Morris got a chance to go outside, he quietly threw away the cement coming out from the grill. The next day, while doing carpentry work, he picked up a piece of metal that was sharp like a knife. But Charlie said, "How will you take it out without getting caught by the metal detector?" Morris confidently replied, "I will manage everything." When Morris went out, The metal detector at the door started ringing. In fact, Morris had brought the metal in his hand. The guard asked, "Why are you taking this?" Morris said, "Sir, I thought I would use it to hang clothes." The guard said, "Do not act too smart," and took the metal from him. After fully checking Morris, the guard let him go. But a hero is a hero. Actually, he had stolen 2 pieces of metal. One was in his hand and the other was hidden inside his shoes. With this sharp metal, he cut the grill. Now it was time to make fake heads to fool the guards. For this, all 4 of them did their assigned work. Charlie asked the guard for some paint. He told the guard, "I have an interest in making art." The guard did not refuse and brought the paint for him. Morris crushed the concrete taken out from the hole and turned it into powder. John collected hair from the barber shop, and Clarence gathered old books from the library. After all the items were collected, Morris started making a dummy head using water and old magazines. He painted it and fixed fake hair on it and prepared a dummy head that looked completely real. At the same time, to make his plan stronger, Morris made fake cardboard covers so that no one could doubt that a tunnel had been made in the front wall. One night, Morris decided to go up alone. For this, he placed the fake head he had made on the bed and covered it with a blanket up to the neck. After that, he came out of the tunnel with the fake cardboard. There, Morris slowly climbed up to the roof by holding the pipes. On the other side, Charlie was standing guard outside. After reaching the roof, Morris saw that there was an iron grill above, which he could not reach even by jumping. Meanwhile, a guard came and asked Charlie, "Why are you painting so late at night? And why did your friend Morris sleep so early today?" Charlie replied, "Yes, sir. Today, Morris got tired while doing carpentry work, so he slept early." Suddenly, the guard's baton fell from his hand. While picking it up, he noticed that Morris's hair looked very strange. Charlie started trembling in fear, thinking they were caught. The guard put his hand inside Morris's cell and touched his hair. Morris asked, "What happened, sir? Are my hair that beautiful?" Luckily, at the right moment, Morris had come down and was lying there. The next day, Morris told his friends that there was a path on the roof, but it was blocked by a grill, and that grill was very high. He said, "I need one more partner's help." John said, "I have completely dug my vent. Tonight, I will also reach there. Together, we will open the grill." That night, Morris and John reached the roof through their vents. John lifted Morris up, and Morris grabbed the grill. John saw that the iron grill was very strong and fully welded. There was only one way to remove it, and that was to cut it with a drill machine. The next day, in the music class, everyone was playing instruments of their choice. Then Morris noticed a small fan kept there. Seeing it, Morris felt that by working on it, he could make a drill machine. He told Charlie to somehow hide that fan and bring it out. Charlie easily hid the small fan inside his instrument box. When Charlie came out, the guards checked his instrument box, but they did not see the fan and allowed him to go. As soon as the fan came into Morris's hands, he started working on it, and after many hours, Morris made a drill machine from the fan. That night, Morris and Charlie climbed onto the roof and started cutting the iron rod with the drill machine. The sound of the drill machine was very loud, and hearing it, the guards started coming up. But by then, Morris had cut one rod of the grill, and the drilling sound stopped. After the sound stopped, the guards ignored it and went back. Now all 4 of them had opened all the escape paths. After that, they decided to escape from the world's most secure prison, Alcatraz, on Tuesday night, a prison from which no one had ever escaped. The next day, they met again, this time in the movie hall where everyone was watching a movie. In the noise of the movie, Morris asked John and Clarence if their vents were ready and what happened to the raincoats from which they were going to make tubes and life jackets. They replied, "Everything is ready. Our dummy head is also fully ready. We just need to escape." The next morning, during breakfast, Morris placed the flour given by Doc on the table. When the warden saw the flour, he came to their table and crushed the flour. Seeing this, Litmus became very angry because this flour was Doc's favorite and Doc had died. In anger, Litmus attacked the warden and said, "First you killed Doc, and now you are not even leaving this small memory he gave." But as soon as he attacked the warden, he suddenly got a heart attack and fell down. Morris became very angry at the warden, and all 4 decided to escape that same night. Morris waited for midnight so that the guard's watch would become weak and they could escape easily. Meanwhile, English came to Morris's cell to give him some books. Morris said, "I want to shake hands with you one last time." English understood that Morris had made a final plan to escape from here. He quietly left, but then something happened that Morris had never expected. The warden suddenly came to check his cell, as if someone had told him about the plan. Morris became very nervous because months of hard work were about to be ruined. The warden ordered the guards to check every corner of Morris's cell. The guard checked everything inside the cell, but Morris was not an ordinary prisoner who had made a small plan. He had made a clean and perfect plan that not even the warden or even the warden's grandfather could catch. Even when the guard moved the suitcase from the exact place where Morris had made the tunnel to escape, Morris was not caught because he had already fitted a fake cardboard perfectly into the wall. When nothing was found, the warden and the guards left, but a guard said, "Morris and Charlie keep talking all night. Something feels suspicious." The warden replied, "Fine. Tomorrow change Morris's cell so they cannot stay together or talk." The next day at breakfast time, Wolf again threatened Morris and said, "Tonight will be your last night." Morris told his friends, "This fool is right. Tonight will be my last night here." But in the afternoon itself, Wolf tried to attack Morris with a knife. At that moment, English came in between and caught Wolf. In reality, English also wanted to help Morris. Whether he succeeded or not, English wanted to help him. That night, Morris, John, Clarence and Charlie decided to come out through their vents and meet on the roof. At first, Charlie agreed to escape with them, but when he reached his cell, he started feeling nervous. Sitting alone in the cell, he decided not to join the plan. His other three friends came out through their vents and reached the roof. The three waited for Charlie for a long time, but when he did not come, they decided to move ahead. In the end, Charlie also gathered courage and reached the roof through the vent, but he could not reach the upper door. Morris, John and Clarence reached the roof, hung from a pipe and came down to the ground, and then crossed the final wall of the prison. They quickly reached the seashore, filled the tube boat made from raincoats with air, and entered the water. The next morning, the guard checked every cell. Charlie's cell was empty, and Morris had left the dummy head behind. Sirens started ringing. The prison went into chaos, and the warden searched every corner of the jail. But the three were nowhere to be found. The warden found Doc's favorite flower, which showed that Morris had not only broken the jail, but had also taken revenge on the warden. The warden was forced to write a report that all three drowned in the water. But in reality, they had become free. Because of Morris's bravery and intelligence, he became famous in the world. And 1 year later, the Alcatraz prison was closed because now no one could stay there anymore.